Okay. Alright, in this class we've covered 4 different kinds of speeches. We've done an informative speech, a persuasive speech, a demonstrative speech, and a speech using visual aids. Each type of speech has its place, but most of the time you'll probably be speaking on a combination of those type of speeches. You might do a persuasive speech using visual aids, or you might do a demonstrative speech that's informative. But no matter what type of speech you're doing, it helps to know the difference. So the first one we did was informative. And in that type of speech, not only do you have to explain the facts, but you need to do it in a way that's interesting to your audience, easily understood, and easily remembered too. And you have to do all that while educating your audience. For your informative speech to be effective, it needs to be stimulating, creative, and you have to get your audience to remember the things that you want them to remember. And some of the techniques to get them to remember what you want them to are visual aids, repetition, transition, humor, and memory aids like acronyms. Once you've decided to inform, you need to decide how you will inform. We can inform by describing, defining, compare and contrast, narration, or demonstration. 2 of the most common types of informative speeches are process speeches and expository speeches. Our second speech that we did was demonstrative. And this is a type of informative speech. It explains something by showing how it's done. It was probably my favorite because being able to do something and focus your mind on something else but the audience, I don't know, it takes your mind off the audience and relaxes you a little bit. So I actually enjoyed that speech. Whether your demonstrative speech is simple or complex, the topic you choose should be within your area of expertise. Your experience with whatever it is you're demonstrating, that's important because that gives you the background you need to supplement just a plain Jane informative speech for real life experiences that you have. So you should pick a demonstrative speech that you're an expert in. The third type of speech that we did for class, that was a persuasive speech. And our topic had to be not only persuasive, but controversial too. And it's not such a hard pill to swallow when you know everybody in your audience, but when you don't know everybody in your audience and how they feel, you can rest assured that there's going to be some people angry out there at what you're saying, but you just have to remember that your main goal is just to influence those people, influence their beliefs and behaviors. It's a big challenge because not only do you need speaking skills, but you need to be able to alter your audience's beliefs and behavior. And that's not a very easy thing to do. The last speech that we did was using visual aids. You can use visual aids in any type of speech, whether it's informative or persuasive. When people see and hear something, they're a lot more likely to remember it than if you just say it. So being able to see visuals really helps people to remember stuff. There's a lot of different types of visual aids, including objects, models, photos, slides, film, video clips, drawings, maps, charts, graphs. And once you've chosen your visual aids, you need to decide how you're going to display them. You can use your computer, overhead, flip charts, poster boards, chalkboards, and handouts like I did. I had a pretty small audience, so handouts seemed to work good in that situation. It's easy for people to follow along, and they got something to take home in case they need to reference it later. Before this class, I'd only given one big speech in my whole life, and that was as a best man, and I think that went pretty well, but I wish I would have taken this class ahead of time. It probably would have saved me a lot of worry. I think once we speak a couple times and realize that you're not going to die the second you get up here, or people aren't going to start throwing tomatoes at you, you know, once you know that you can make it through, it's not as bad the next time. And I think people that have spoken 1,000 times probably still get nervous. I don't think that ever goes away, but I think as you get into a speech a little bit, after the first couple of minutes, you start to feel better. And I'm just thankful for this class, because now I know that I can speak effectively, well, somewhat. So, alright, thanks.